So as we are discussing about the thermal efficiency of diesel cycle or diesel engine, then the thermodynamic cycle, this 1 to 2, the diesel cycle. As you can see the PV and TS diagram of diesel cycle. Okay, this one is the PV-TS diagram of the diesel cycle 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1. So the initial and final point will be same. So that will be a cyclic process. So we know that according to cyclic process, net work done is equal to net heat transfer. So what is net work done? W net is equal to Q in minus Q out. Okay. So here small q means mass will be divided here. So we know that what is the heat supply in their diesel engine? In the heat supply is at constant pressure. So for constant pressure process, so what is your heat addition or what is the heat transfer? Qn is equal to m Cp T3 minus T2. So if I have divided the mass here, so that Qn is equal to Cp T3 minus T2, and where 2 to 3 process is your heat addition and 4 to 1 process is your heat rejection at constant volume. So that will be Cv into T4 minus T1. Okay, then we will discuss about the thermal efficiency. Thermal efficiency is equal to W net, net work done by heat supplied, or Q in. So that is net work done is equal to Cp into T3 minus T2 minus heat rejection or Q out is equal to Cv into T4 minus T1, because W net is equal to Q in minus Q2 divided by what is your Q in? Q in is equal to Cp into T3 minus T2. So Cp into T3 minus T2 divided by Cp into T3 minus T2, that is 1. Minus Cv into T4 minus T1 divided by Cp into T3 minus T2. Okay. So if I rearrange this one, so T4 by T1 we left here. Then Cv will be divided here. Cp by Cv into T3 minus T2. So 1 minus T4 minus T1 divided by Cp by Cv is equal to gamma into T3 minus T2. So then we have to replace this temperature in terms of your compression ratio. T4 in terms of T1, T3 in terms of T1 and T2 in terms of T1. Then you have to take the common and you have to prove the efficiency. So first we will discuss what is compression ratio. Compression ratio is equal to V1 by V2, total volume by clearance volume. Okay. Then cutoff ratio. So here as we say that in the diagram, as we discussed that 1 to 2, 1 the compression start at 2 point, compression will be end, the air will be compressed here. So at the end of compression the fuel will be injected here, and the fuel will be injected and it will be fuel injection will be completed at which point? At 3 point. So at the fuel will be start injecting at 2 point and fuel will be end at injection will be end at 3 point. So this 3 point is known as your cutoff point. So where the fuel supply will be cut off. So what is the cutoff ratio? The ratio of the volume at where fuel supply is cut off. Fuel supply will be cut off at which volume? V3 divided by the volume at where fuel supply started. Fuel supply will be started at which point? 2 point, that means V2. So V3 by V2, that will be give you what? Cutoff ratio. Cutoff ratio will taken as rho. Rho is equal to V3 by V2, that volume after heat supply, that volume after compression, or volume where fuel supply cut off divided by volume where fuel supply start. Then we will discuss expansion ratio. So expansion start at 3 point. You can see expansion start at where? 3 point, and it will be end at which? State 4. So expansion ratio is V4 by V3, that will be give you expansion ratio RE. Expansion ratio V4 by V3, volume after expansion, there volume before expansion. So it can be proved that R is equal to RE into rho. Compression ratio is equal to expansion ratio into cutoff ratio. Okay. So there some problem will be 2 marks question will be come from this relation R is equal to RE into rho. So that you have to remember, compression ratio is equal to expansion ratio into cutoff ratio. So what is your expansion ratio? V4 by V3. What is your cutoff ratio? V3 by V2. So V3 will be cancelled. What is left? V4 by V2. So we know that V4 by V3. So V4 is equal to V1. Why? Because 4 to 1 is your which process? 4 to 1 is your constant volume process. So constant volume heat rejection, for constant volume heat rejection V4 is equal to V1. So V1 by V2 is equal to what? Compression ratio, or you can say V4 by V3 is also compression ratio. Okay. So I can prove also. So this relation you have to remember as equal to RE into rho. Then we will replace the temperature. Which temperature we have to replace? T4, T2, T3. So for T2, so we have to consider the isentropic process, that 1 to 2. So for isentropic process 1 to 2, we know that the temperature and volume relation is equal to T2 by T1 is equal to V1 by V2 to the power gamma minus 1. So what is V1 by V2? That is compression ratio R to the power gamma minus 1. So T2 by T1 is equal to R to the power gamma minus 1. Then what is the T2? T2 is equal to T1 into R to the power gamma minus 1. So we have to replace all the temperature T2, T3 and T4 in terms of a T1. So T2 is equal to T1 into R to the power gamma minus 1, that we got T2 in terms of a T1. Then we go for the process that is constant pressure process heat addition, that is 2 to 3 process. In the constant pressure heat addition, for constant pressure process, what is the property relation? Property relation is equal to T3 by T2 is equal to V3 by V2, or T3 by V3 is equal to T2 by V2. Yes or no? So T3 by T2, T3 by V3 is equal to, or T2 by V2 is equal to T3 by V3. For constant pressure process, if pressure will be constant, then what is the property relation? Proper 2 to 3 process. 2 to 3 process means V2 by T2 is equal to V2 by T2 is equal to V3 by T3. Is that clear? So if I cross multiply this in place of V2, if I can take, so this equation can be written as, or this relation can be written as T3 by T2 is equal to, T3 will become this side, T3 by T2 is equal to V3 by, that is equal to V3 by V2 will become this side. So V3 by V2. So T3 by T2 is equal to V3 by V2. What is your V3 by V2? Volume, where cutoff will be, where the fuel cutoff will be there, and volume where fuel will be, supply will be start. So V3 by V2 is equal to cutoff ratio rho. So I can write that T3 is equal to how much? Rho into T2. So also we know that T2 is equal to how much? T1 into R to the power gamma minus 1. So T3 we got rho into T1 into R to the power gamma minus 1. So we can derive T3 in terms of T1 also. Okay. Then we consider isentropic process, that is 3 to 4. So 3 to 4 is your what? Isentropic expansion. So in the expansion process, what is the relation? T3 by T4 by T3 is equal to V3 by V4. So that is equal to V3 by V4 to the power gamma minus 1. So that is equal to V3 by V2 into V2 by V1. V3 by V2, V3 by V1 is equal to V3 by V4 is equal to the power gamma minus 1. So V3 in place of your V4, what I can write? V1. Why? Because 4 to 1 is your constant volume heat rejection. So V4 is equal to V1. So if I make the chain rule, V3 by V2 into V3 by 1. So I multiply here, we multiply V2 and we divide V2 and we rearrange this one. So V2 by V2 is 1. So if I rearrange this statement or this equation, this V3 by V1, if I rearrange like this, V3 by V2 into V2 by V1, so V2 will be cancelled out. The equation will be the same as before. So V3 by V2 into V2 by V1 to the power gamma minus 1. So what is your V3 by V2? V3 by V2 is your rho into, what is your V1 by V2? V1 by V2 is your R. V1 by V2 is your R. R is your compression ratio. R is equal to how much? V1 by V2. Okay. So if R is equal to V1 by V2, then 1 by R is equal to how much? V2 by V1. 1 by R is equal to V2 by V1. So V3 by V2 is your rho. V2 by V1 we can write that 1 by R. So rho by R. We can replace this one as your rho by R to the power gamma minus 1. So we know that T4 by T3 is equal to rho by R to the power gamma minus 1. Then what is your T4? T4 is equal to T3 into rho by R to the power gamma minus 1. Okay. So rho by R to the power gamma minus 1. What is your T3? T3 is equal to rho into T1. Rho into T1 into R to the power gamma minus 1. Is that clear? Then rho, if I rearrange this one, rho to the power gamma minus 1 divided by R to the power gamma minus 1 into rho into T1 into R to the power gamma minus 1. So R to the power gamma minus 1, R to the power gamma minus 1 will be cancelled out. So what is left? Rho to the power gamma minus 1 into rho into T1. So rho to the power gamma minus 1, I can write rho to the power gamma divided by rho to the power 1. So rho to the power 1 means rho, and this rho will be cancelled out. What is left? rho to the power gamma into T1, that we got is your what? T4. So T4 we got, that is your, in terms of a T1, that is rho to the power gamma minus 1 in T1. T3 we got rho into T1 to the power r to the power gamma minus 1. Is that clear? Okay. Then we will put this T1, T2 and T3 value in your diesel engine. Okay. So diesel engine efficiency is equal to how much? 1 minus T1 minus T4 divided by gamma into T3 minus T2. So T4, what is your T4? Rho to the power gamma into T1 minus T1 divided by gamma into, what is your value of T3? Rho into T1 into r to the power gamma minus 1 minus T1 into r to the power gamma minus 1. So see here, T1 r to the power gamma minus 1, T1 r to the power gamma minus 1. So it will be taking common. Before there is also gamma. So gamma into T1 r to the power gamma minus 1. What is left? Rho minus 1 left inside the bracket. So here also T1 is there. T1 will be taking common. So T1 will be taking common. What is left? Rho to the power gamma minus 1. Clear? So T1 and here T1 will be cancelled out. So what is left? Rho to the power gamma minus 1 divided by gamma into r to the power gamma minus 1 into rho minus 1. So if I rearrange this one, I can rearrange that 1 minus 1 by r to the power gamma into rho to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma into rho minus 1. So that is what you get the efficiency of the diesel engine. So what is your gamma here? Gamma is your cutoff ratio. Rho is your ratio of specific heat. R is your compression ratio. So that is the efficiency of what? That is the efficiency of the diesel engine. So what is the effect of cutoff ratio in the diesel engine? Since cutoff ratio rho is always greater than unity, then quantity of 1 by gamma rho to the power gamma minus 1 by rho minus 1 is always greater than unity. Thus, efficiency of the diesel cycle is less than efficiency of Otto cycle for the same compression ratio. If you take the same compression ratio for the Otto cycle and diesel cycle, then efficiency of diesel cycle will be less than that of your Otto cycle. Okay. Since diesel cycle employ much higher compression ratio, for their thermal efficiency is higher. Because high the compression ratio, more will be the efficiency. The cutoff ratio decrease the efficiency of the diesel cycle. As the cutoff ratio decreases, the efficiency of the diesel cycle will be increases. Okay. So as the compression ratio increases, the thermal efficiency of the diesel engine will be increases. So as the cutoff ratio decreases, then the efficiency of the thermal efficiency of diesel engine will be increases. Okay. So if we consider both the compression rate and the efficiency of diesel engine will be less than that of your Otto engine. That what we will discuss about your diesel cycle. Okay. That efficiency. Okay. Then we will discuss about dual cycle. Okay. In the Otto cycle, the combustion is assumed at constant volume, while in diesel cycle, the combustion is at constant pressure. So in actual diesel engine, the fuel injection starts before the end of compression. And thus a part of heat is added at constant volume and rest at constant pressure. Such cycle is referred as air standard, dual cycle, or mixed cycle or limited pressure cycle. Okay. So this is the dual cycle where the heat addition will be takes place at constant volume and constant pressure. Clear? That we will discuss.